What if I told you that the only difference between a beggar and a millionaire is a single idea? Today's story proves that your circumstances don't define you, your thoughts do. And by the end of this video, you'll discover the one principle that transformed a homeless beggar into a successful entrepreneur in just 6 months. Stay with me, because this lesson could change your life forever. Picture this: a crowded railway station, thousands of people rushing by, and in the corner, a beggar sitting with an outstretched hand. Day after day, he watched trains come and go. Day after day, he asked for money. Sometimes people gave him a few coins. Most times, they ignored him completely. But one afternoon, everything changed. A well-dressed businessman stepped onto the platform. Sharp suit, confident walk, the kind of man who screamed success. The beggar's eyes lit up. This is it. This man is rich. If I ask him, he'll definitely give me something generous. With hope in his heart, the beggar approached him and extended his hand. But the businessman didn't reach for his wallet. Instead, he looked the beggar straight in the eye and asked, "Do you always just take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar froze. In all his years of begging, no one had ever asked him that. He stammered, confused, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I survive by asking for help. I have nothing to give." The businessman smiled, not with mockery but with wisdom. "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask for anything. I'm a businessman. I believe in exchange. You give me something, I give you something. But if you have nothing to offer, I have nothing to give." And just like that, he boarded his train and disappeared. The beggar stood there, stunned. The businessman's words echoed in his mind like thunder. If you can't offer anything in return, why should people give you anything? For the first time in his life, he saw the truth. He wasn't poor because of bad luck. He wasn't struggling because of the world. He was stuck because he had the mindset of a taker, not a giver. That night, he couldn't sleep. One question consumed him. What can I give? I'm just a beggar. I have nothing. But then he remembered the businessman's words again. If you want to receive, you must first give. 2 days passed. The beggar didn't ask anyone for money. He sat quietly. On the 3rd day, while wandering near the railway tracks, he noticed something. Wildflowers blooming in the sun, bright, colorful, beautiful. And suddenly, an idea sparked. What if instead of just asking for money, I give people something in return? What if I give them a flower? It was simple, almost too simple. But it was something. He picked a handful of flowers, returned to his spot, and waited. When someone gave him a coin, he smiled and handed them a flower. At first, people were surprised. Then, they smiled back. Some even thanked him. And as the days went by, something incredible happened. More people started giving him money. But he noticed something even more powerful. When he had flowers, donations increased. When he ran out, they decreased. People don't just give for nothing. They give when they receive. He had discovered the secret of exchange. A few days later, the beggar spotted him, the same businessman, sitting on the platform waiting for his train. This time, the beggar didn't approach with his hand out. He approached with confidence. "Sir, today I have something to give you. If you give me money, I'll give you flowers in return." The businessman looked up, surprised. Then he smiled. He handed over some cash and took the flowers. "You've truly understood the value of exchange," he said. "Today you're no longer just a beggar. You're a businessman." The train arrived. The businessman left. But his words stayed behind, planting a seed in the beggar's mind. Am I really a businessman? For hours, the beggar sat in thought. Then it hit him like lightning. I'm not a beggar anymore. I'm a trader. People aren't giving me money out of pity. They're paying for the flowers I provide. I have a product. I have customers. I have a business. That day, he made a decision that would change his life forever. He left the railway station, not as a beggar, but as an entrepreneur. Same railway station, same platform. Two well-dressed men shook hands. One of them paused, staring at the other with curiosity. "Do I know you?" The other man smiled. "Yes, we've met twice before, right here." The first man's eyes widened. "Wait, you're the beggar? The one who used to sell flowers?" The former beggar, now dressed in a fine suit, laughed. "That's right. But today I'm no longer a beggar. I run a successful flower business and I'm traveling to expand it." The businessman was speechless. "What changed?" The entrepreneur smiled. "You did. You taught me one of life's greatest truths. We only receive when we give." That day, I realized I was never really a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just had to see myself that way. Here's the truth most people never realize. Your life is shaped by how you see yourself. If you believe you're weak, you'll stay weak. If you believe you're poor, you'll stay poor. But if you recognize your potential, if you see yourself as strong, capable, and valuable, everything changes. The beggar didn't need money to transform his life. He didn't need a degree, connections, or luck. He needed one thing: a shift in mindset. He stopped seeing himself as someone who takes and started seeing himself as someone who gives.